Hey guys, it's Trish. This is going to be your full moon in Pisces general predictions. Okay, so disclaimer, I'm clairvoyant, clairsentient, and clairaudient. I am not an astrologer. This is an intuitive energy navigational guide. Sorry guys. I've been having physical issues, so I just took the medicine for it, so I'm a little The moon is in Aquarius right now as I'm doing the full moon in Pisces report. So I may be a little weird. Sorry, I'm apologizing in advance. And I also want to remind you that I do swear. So if you're underage or you're sensitive to swearing, I suggest you stop watching. Okay, so for the full moon in Pisces, at 21 degrees on September 13th, 2019 here in Hawaii, it's going to be at 18:33 p.m., which is 6:33 p.m. So smack dab in the evening before it's even dark, we're having that exact full moon. Okay, so this full moon is called the harvest moon or the corn moon, and interestingly enough, this is a 9-month, a 21 universal month, and a 12 universal year. So we've got 333 basically with the full moon in Pisces. So it's like this is a huge closure, a huge closeout where 21 is the number of culmination. When things come together, it's also about speaking your truth and being authentic. So this is speaking your truth, authentic closure due to information and mental and spiritual travels. Pisces is water sign, so it's also about authentically expressing your feelings. Okay, so when I did the new moon for Pisces back on March 6th, the titles and the words that I was getting, the clairvoyance that was coming through, I was getting down the rabbit hole, exiting the matrix. I was also getting believe and believer. It's about consciousness, taking the blue or the red pill. Now, some of back in March is where we had to decide where you're going to take the blue pill or the red pill. And now with the full moon, this is a full circle. You are smack dab squarely in your beliefs. Okay, you are believing. And basically, this Pisces full moon is about fantasy versus reality. It's unconditional love, kindness, and compassion, forgiveness. We're removing the boundaries of the subconscious purposefully. Yes, we are. It's a purposeful transcendence of the ego. Okay, it's the higher perspective, basically Christ consciousness. And when back in March when I was getting this, I was actually getting that there will be one person that reaches Christ consciousness. Now, Christ consciousness is, if you're religious, you know, this is, Christ consciousness is the sign of the ascended master. You know, Buddha was an ascended master. Jesus was an ascended master. You know, it doesn't matter what religion you're in. The one person who was your ascended master, that's the person that reached Christ consciousness. So it feels like there was a leader in the making. Okay, probably the savior, because Pisces is the savior. And we are in Virgo season, so there's a lot of victims that need saving. So there's somebody here on earth in the physical manifestation that is helping people rise from their ashes. You know, it's Phoenix energy also. Okay, so March 6, 2019 was a new moon in Pisces at 15 degrees, in which we had new ideas about unconditional love and forgiveness. Okay, we were given the proposition, do you want to take the red pill and the blue pill? And the blue pill is basically you take the blue pill and go back to sleep, get lulled back into your world, and you keep thinking that everything you see is all that there is. The red pill, it's time to wake up. It's time to exit the matrix. It's time to exit everything that you thought that was in existence isn't what you think it is. Okay, now you may have seen some things in the last 6 months that has revealed to you that there's so much more to this world, to this life, to yourself than you originally thought. Okay, and with Pisces, there's a lot of spirituality, healing, closure, and ascension. And yes, in case you were wondering, I was referring to the Matrix movie because you may or may not have realized that it is a documentary. Okay, so closure is here, and a new dream or an old dream is closing out, and you're beginning to realize that you don't just have to unconditionally love and forgive others, but you may have also realized that you need to love and forgive yourself. Okay, number one first. Love number one first. We've had time to put this into practice, and we're trying to form that habit, okay, of loving and forgiving ourselves and looking at things from a higher, wider perspective. Okay, think of this full moon as your final exam, and a lot of you are being tested. And a lot of you are testy, and the rest of you are testies. Sorry, I had to go there. But anyways, from now on, it's going to be a habit, and you will never ever forget to say, I love you, whether you're dealing with somebody you actually care about or whether you're looking in the mirror. Okay, so Pisces, this energy is dreamy, holistic, sensitive, imaginative, compassionate, and can be unfocused. Pisces boundaries are not very clear. It's like they're boundless, okay? That can be good and that can be bad. It just depends. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, okay, which is currently in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces at, I think it's 17 degrees. Hold on, let me scroll down just for a second. Where the hell did it go? Yeah, Neptune is currently in retrograde in Pisces at 17 degrees. So this one being 21, it's forming a loose conjunction. So it is working with Neptune. Anyways, this is like double, triple the energy. So it's triple love, triple compassion. If you guys are having the squares to it, it can be triple escapism, triple confusion, triple denial. I like to use the triple component. Okay, so Pisces and Neptune, Neptune is in Pisces. It is the 12th house. The 12th house is the God box. It is self-undoing, it's secret sorrows, secret dreams, endings, closure, healing, spirituality. It's also prison, bondage, confinement, hospitals, large institutions, secret enemies, everyday saints, large animals, mom's relatives, and it's all your escapist tendencies, imaginative, you know, traveling, a trip of the mind, and banal, okay, you know, drinking, smoking, pilling, sexing, whatever it is you do, your risky behavior that takes you away. Hell, if it's Calgon, it's about that. Okay, so it's also about the unconscious and your defense when your back is up against the wall. Okay, so it's also about being defensive. It's your psychic gifts, especially when it comes to healing, emotional service to others, and that which you give with no expectation of reciprocation. It's also karma and past lives, what is due to you. It is also the feeling that you need to serve or suffer. And and with Pisces, it's also the hidden power behind the throne, the illusion, what is hiding. It's breaking through the illusion. Okay, it's also about the past, what has been here before. Okay, now with the moon in Pisces, I'm just going to read you the energies so you can see what Pisces is about when it comes to emotions. Okay, Pisces is compassionate, sensitive, loving, creative, loyal, dreamy, imaginative, holistic, instinctive. You have instinctive emotional reactions, and you could have hidden dreams. You could literally be dreaming, having psychic dreams, where you get messages, or you're talking to people that aren't here anymore, or they live in other realms, like the fourth dimension, or even the fifth. Who knows how far you can go? Somebody's gonna reach Christ consciousness. And when you reach Christ consciousness, that's just a purity of being able to reach through to all dimensions. Okay, not just the fourth, not just the fifth, but being able to break through because you're completely removed from anything 3D created in a physical manifestation, back to be that purity of love and light. Okay, so where was I? Pisces is artistic, extraordinarily intuitive. They have psychic vision, so you could get flashes. You could be daydreamy also. They're very spiritual, very romantic, and they have an innate understanding of the human condition. So, you know, you can look at somebody and you might have to remind yourself, but basically, they're only human. You're only human. Okay, so sometimes you got to come back down to earth and remind yourself that we're human. Nobody's perfect. You know, Pisces, Virgo. And you can work tirelessly and selfishly, unselfishly for others. You want to make people happy. You want to make your mate happy. You're like the incurable optimist. I mean, there is no bounds to your love and compassion. It doesn't end. You breed it. Which is great. I mean, you want to breathe that positive energy, right? Okay, so Pisces is also honesty and depth, a sympathetic heart, an artistic temperament, and a great capacity to do work that makes a lasting impression. Okay, and I keep wanting to say Jesus, 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 and I'm not saying like, I'm not cussing, but I'm also not religious, but basically that is the very representative of Pisces energy. Real, true love. Okay, so for the shadow side of Pisces, there's being indecisive, being unhappy or discontented, also being vague, not being clear. You could be secretive, and there's confusion, delusion, illusion, sorrow, self-undoing, escapism, like I was saying, and psychological escapism, and the tendency to avoid your harsh reality and obligations. Okay, if something's too much, you want to run away. And I don't blame you. A lot of shit going on. Okay, like I said, illusion, delusion, playing the victim, and having issues with self-discipline. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Okay, so I don't need to go over the placements, but I will tell you that we have an 11-11 portal because we have Venus and Mercury conjunct in Virgo at 29 degrees. So that's an 11-11 portal. So we're definitely manifesting unconditional love for others and for ourselves, and somebody is I want to say permanently exiting the matrix. They may have exited and tapped into something, but they were kind of at the mercy of that, and now it's like I want to say a permanently plugged in. My super. Sorry, I lost my slipper. You're permanently plugged in, or you figured out how to tap into that consciousness, the higher consciousness, and you've made it a habit. You've replaced, what is it? You took the red pill, okay? You're waking up, you're seeing that there's more than you originally thought, and it's permanent now. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in your mind that you create your reality by how you choose to act to others. And I don't mean react, respond, okay? So your actions must come from a place of love and compassion, and you must be grateful every day in order to exit the matrix. Okay, every time you get frustrated, every time you get worried, every time you get scared, it yanks that one foot out of the 4D and sets you squarely back in the 3D. Okay, so one of the biggest things is realizing that you're human and that people are human, and to forgive and to forget and to love and love yourself first. I forgot where I was going with this. I had to throw too many things in there. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, but It's just, we've come so far, guys. We've come so far in our ascension. This is solidifying and cementing for this wave of people. It's not everybody, even though a big chunk of the collective has been activated. Okay, so for assisting transits, we have Mercury entering Libra. So that's, you know, making a list, pros and cons, weighing everything. Because Libra is justice, right? And Mercury is communication and travel. It's going here and there. It's thinking, it's negotiating, it's talking, it's listening. So, okay, you want to be fair, so this is what we got to do. This is all the things for, this is all the things against, right? Okay, and it's because you want to make the right choice. You want to make the perfect choice. But the thing is, you got to hang on, wait and see. Your intuition is great, and you could realize something, or you could know something. It says here, in a flash, but basically it's like an intuitive flash. Okay, so you could suddenly know something. That's like awakenings and psychic downloads. Okay, and sometimes you can go off in the wrong direction intellectually. You want to be wary of that. Okay, with other people, your attitude is really sweet. Okay, sympathetic, empathetic, friendly. You get along with people. You're kind and you're gentle. And you kind of don't want to, you don't want to ruffle any feathers. Even if you disagree with someone else, you're going to disagree privately and not do it in front of anybody else. Okay, and also, working with partners is going to boost your creativity at this time. And if you can team up with somebody strong who's more of a leader, it will keep you on track. Whereas if you're left alone, you could be a little lazy. You know, somebody needs to be on you if you can't be on yourself. Let's see. Yeah, it's a really good time to get along with others and communicate with others and to breed harmony at this time. The shadow side for that is there could be stress in relationships due to quarrels and arguments. So you may not always see eye to eye, but if you can forgive and love each other and still get along, you don't have to agree on everything. You guys are not twins. Even twins don't agree on everything. Okay, so Sun in Virgo, trining Pluto in Capricorn. Confident that you can have a fresh start with some new ideas. Yeah, and your character is really, really strong too. You may have realized what your flaws are. You may have worked on them or capped them, nipped them in the bud, okay, and changed. Okay, maybe I was too aggressive in business. I'm going to hold back a little bit, you know, because sometimes you get more flies with honey. Although, you know, if you give somebody a bunch of shit, flies are attracted to shit too. I'm just saying it's more pleasant to look at, see, and feel and deal with honey than it is to deal with shit. Moon conjuncting Neptune, which is the full moon, duh. It's, you kind of want to be alone. You might not want to deal with a lot of people. If you have a romantic relationship, you guys kind of want to hole up. Okay, this is like cuddling, sympathetic, warm-hearted. You don't want to deal with a lot of people, but when you do, you're very sweet. Okay, Moon conjuncting Black Moon Lilith. That can be an issue. Somebody's not happy with something. Okay, and Mars opposing Neptune. So you could reveal something to somebody or express that something doesn't make you happy, whether it's a situation, a person, place, or thing. It's just, this doesn't make me happy, or I'm not happy with this. Okay, this confrontation has to be done in a specific way. It has to be kind and compassionate, because if you don't, things can get really out of hand. Oh, hold on. Little stinker. Sorry about that. Had a little visitor on the wall I had to chase away. He was too close. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so when you mention, try your best to come from a place of compassion, but if you don't, then you may be impulsive and angry and tell somebody, I don't like it, I don't like you, I don't want to do this, or I'm not happy, that kind of deal. And that confrontation may bring a confrontation of the self. Like whoever you're telling that you're not happy, they're going to have to take a look at, okay, they're not happy. What am I doing wrong? I mean, you're not blaming them, which you don't want to do that. At the full moon in Pisces with all this Virgo energy, you don't want to blame someone else, because that would be victim mentality. And that would be not taking responsibility for your own feelings, because nobody can make you feel a specific way but you. Okay, so you could tell somebody something that you've been holding back, that you haven't been saying, and they could end up kicking themselves. Okay, they could be really, really upset, and they're going to have to face the truth of themselves, of what they're doing or who they are or what it is that you're unhappy about. Okay, and they may want to drink. They may want to go drink, escape. Okay, there's a lot of wanting to escape. So along with belief, there's disbelief. It's like, I can't believe that they feel this way, or I can't believe that they did that. Give me a drink. With Pisces, there's a lot of oversensitive. Okay, and with Mars opposing Neptune retrograde, it could be wasting energy on a hopeless cause. That could be like spinning, like, let's say, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I gotta change my tire is flat, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, freaking out, I can't believe, blah blah blah, and just going on and on and on about the tire. Meanwhile, you've already set appointment in the morning to go have the tire go fixed, but they're gonna keep talking and freaking out about it. I don't know what's wrong, I don't know why it would do that. Well, hello, stop tripping. We've already got an appointment tomorrow, so shut up, stop spinning, stop making it stressful for me, and stop stressing yourself out, because it's going to be handled tomorrow. Okay, so it's that kind of deal. Wasting energy thinking or talking or harping on something, some kind of little detail or some kind of little fault. It's drowning your sorrows. You're going to be drowning your sorrows because of something. Guys, got to get out of that. Okay, Mercury conjunct Venus in Virgo, 29. That is the 1111 portal I was telling you about. That is charm of speech. It's balancing mental activities and love of art and beauty. Okay, so it's also being sweet and sensitive. When I see Mercury conjunct Venus, it's like, I want to take you away. It's sweet talk. It's definitely sweet talk. I want to take you away. Venus in Virgo. Mercury in Virgo would be having a lot of projects. Having a lot of projects, but the most important project is you. Let's get away. Yeah, somebody needs a vacation here. They may be like, I want to get away with you and just you. So there's a lot of little getaways, hideaways, escaping, escapists, and like little vacations, mini vacations. You know, I like here in Hawaii. Where do you go to where you go on vacation? To the other side of the island. Okay, so it's basically let's run away to the other side of the island for a weekend and just enjoy ourselves. Okay, so this could be a really, really romantic time, and for a lot of you guys, it's been a stressful Virgo season, so you know you deserve a break. Okay, so without further ado, Aries, this is going to be in your second house. You're going to have dynamic energy, a hypnotic effect on the public, and you're going to be under a little more intensity than usual. It is a full moon, so it's time to wrap things up financially, to collect on projects that have come to a close or have come to fruition, and tie up some loose ends. And that would mean ending extra spending for a period of time. It's not going to really be too much necessary, but you know, it is a full moon, so it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to put a cap on spending when everything's crazy, okay, and you don't always have your best judgment, especially with this one. It's an emotional one. So you could overspend because you're oversensitive. Okay. You could be buying everybody a round of beers. Just saying, you know, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to drink my sorrows away. Here, you know what? I'm buying everybody a beer. You guys all join me and drink all your sorrows away. That kind of deal. Okay. And what you want to do is focus on that last payment, the final accessory, and round things out. Okay. Put on the final touches and then showcase it. It's time to show off what you got and to make the most of it, not to keep piling it on. Okay, you should concentrate on finishing things out and reaping its rewards. This is a closure moon for you. Okay, so there's some kind of property or money closure. Taurus, this is going to be in your third house. You have strength of purpose, perceptiveness, and idealism. For you, there's a lot of chatter. Okay, a lot of communication. Don't everybody talk at once. It's what you're likely to be saying as the volume level around you peaks, and everybody's trying to get a message through, including you. This person wants to call, this person messages, this person texts. In the meantime, you got to call this person, go there and message this person and email that person, you know. So it's the full moon is already like that in general, but this time you can have to talk a lot. So make sure you got good breath and that you drink a lot of water and keep your, you know, keep your mouth from being dry, because you're going to be finishing up correspondence and you're going to be tying up loose ends as some links that you've already established really begin to amount to something. Okay, and that's going to mean crowding in a lot of last minute things, okay, in the next couple of days. So don't overschedule yourself. Leave a little bit of room so you can handle something that comes in and demands your attention. Concentrate on matters that require conclusion and closure now. Okay, save your new ideas for later when you can give them all your time. This is a closeout moon, so it's time to end things, not begin anything at the moment. Okay, so Gemini, this is going to be in your fourth house. For you, you'll be experiencing clairvoyance and have a gift for touching others' emotions. You may find you could use a little more space at home. Everyone is getting on your damn nerves, taking up a lot of psychic space more than usual right now. It's kind of claustrophobic feeling. You can let it get to you, or you can use it as an opportunity to connect more by opening that personal space and letting people in. Okay, either you can go in one room and tell them to go in the other and have your separate, you know, the she shed and the man cave. You guys go do your own thing, or you guys can get out and go do something together. What was I going to say? Yeah, get out of the house and take a break from it all together. Whatever you choose, you're going to find yourself with matters coming to a head, and you're going to be making conclusions about just how well your internal game plan is working out. Literally and figuratively, good fences make good neighbors, but only when located strategically. Okay, so it's time to finish developing those boundaries and test it. Okay, because it feels like somebody's testing you. I think they might be testing you already. But yeah, make sure you assert yourself. And with Pisces being the end and closure, you might find yourself saying, that is my final answer. What I say goes, period. Okay. Cancer, this is going to be in your fifth house. You have intuitive nature and spirituality and a unique artistic talent. For you, spontaneity is a watchword right now, and it's time to kick back and have some fun. So, woohoo, Cancer. That is universal approval to have a good time, okay? The universe is supporting you. Go party. Okay, especially with close friends and children. If you're at a party, you can go just a little bit over the top, and pretty much everyone else is too, because there's a lot of people that's celebrating something. Okay, now when I say celebrations too, I want to specify that there's like celebrations of life going on. So it may not be a woohoo hurrah party, but it is a time when you get, you know, with celebration of life, you get together and talk about how much you love this person. Okay, so it is a party for connection in that one specifically. Okay, there's going to be a lot of passion and intensity, and whatever you decide to talk about, you guys can get verbaria running off of the mouth, okay, and be really enthusiastic. You may be talking quite a bit, especially with a couple drinks in you. And if you're trying to work or get some business done, you're going to be swimming against the tide. So if you have the option, just go with the flow, you know. Hell, the universe says go party, so I invite you to listen. If you're working on a creative project, just make sure that you save it or get a picture of it, print it out or take a picture of it, save it on your USB stick or on a CD or DVD. But if you're just going to be out to lunch, don't worry about it. Just go have fun already. Leo, this is going to be in your 6th house. You're going to have dynamic energy and you're going to have a hypnotic effect on the public. If you're not achieving something from your diet or exercise or healthier program, ask yourself why not, okay? Because right now you should be getting things together and it should be starting to pay off. But you need to make sure that you avoid excess and going over the top right now. You may feel that you can do more or eat more or work more or do fill in the blank more, but you can't, okay? That's you're kind of like, you're pushing it. Don't push it, okay? It is in the 6th house. There's a lot of 6th house energy, so you could mess yourself up pretty good if you cross that line, okay? At work, you could feel a little overbooked, a little overworked as, oh my gosh, as your inbox gets higher and higher and that list of obligations get longer and longer and the time gets shorter and shorter, okay? Like you've got deadlines, you've got stuff to do, and it's like your inbox is reproducing, right? Okay, so what you want to do is put on the finishing touches, okay? Finish up what you're doing one by one so that you can stand back and say, you know what, I did it. I finished it, or I got it all done. It's also time for an office, it's a good time for an office party, okay? So make up an excuse and just, celebrate what you've done already. Take a break. Buy everybody a round of coffee or donuts, or hope that somebody does that for you. But yeah, I'm hearing McDonald's. You deserve a break today, basically. Virgo, this is going to be in your 7th house. You're going to have strength of purpose, perceptiveness, and idealism. Hold on. My goodness, I'm glad my desk is thick. I dropped this right on my desk and it bounced off and went flying. Kind of freaked me out for a second. Okay, so anyways, Virgo, this is going to be in your 7th house. You will have strength of purpose, perceptiveness, and idealism. This is going to be a wonderful time to let your partner shine and just lay back and appreciate it all. Appreciate them. Appreciate how wonderful they are, okay? And that can mean enjoying the fruits of your mutual labors wrought by the relationship, or it can mean finally fully connecting with somebody you've been developing something special with for a while. Either way, you guys are going to be closely connecting, and the rewards of that is going to be taking center stage. Basically like, oh, thank you so much. You're so awesome. You helped me with that. Look what we did. Or thank you for your help. That kind of deal, okay? And you can lean on the familiarity you already have to support what's coming next, knowing that you have each other's back and that you help each other and that you're solid in that partnership or relationship, okay? This can apply equally well in business as in romance, as long as you're dealing with an equal on equal ground. Okay, the essence is you bring things to full bloom right now so you can begin harvesting what you've sown. If you haven't noticed, there's a pattern here. It is a full moon, so it's closure. Okay, it is Pisces, so that's also closure. Okay, it is 21 degrees in a 21 month, in a 12 year, so closing out, purging some information, and then replacing it with the information of unconditional love. Okay, new habits, definitely. Libra, this is going to be in your 8th house. You're going to have clairvoyance and a gift for touching others' emotions. If you've been trying to put together some money or receive some funding or a loan or some kind of extra credit line, or looking for a better deal on something having to do with money, a loan, or a better deal on mortgage, you're looking for something better than what you have right now. This is likely the time you're going to pull it all together, as long as you've got your ducks in the row. Okay, as long as you have all your paperwork and your information. You may be running around like a maniac for last minute details or copies and proof of insurance and that kind of deal. You're going to have to try and make a deadline because there is a time limit for something here, but there's some real potential. Okay, it's also good psychic weather for putting the finishing touches on restoration projects, so clean it up. Okay, you could also be picking up that antique that you've been wanting and clearing out the cobwebs that may have been settling on lesser used items. So you're taking a look at what you have and just treasuring your own resources. It's like, oh my God, this is dirty. Well, let's do something about it. You know, kind of deal. Shine it up. What you're doing is you're finishing clearing the decks for action. Okay, you're gonna have to toss out all those things that you've been hoarding, and the release will give you a release of energy too. Once you get rid of those things in your physical field, it's like how I tell you, you get this, it's been holding you back because it was a block. It was unnecessary energy that was just sitting there, and once you got rid of it, now the pathway is clear, and it's like a warehouse of reserve of energy. Now that's gone, you can allow something new to come in. Okay, get ready, because next time you guys are going to be in the 9th house at that full moon. That is expansion. But this full moon, it's Scorpio that's in the 9th house. Okay, Scorpio, you're going to have an intuitive nature and spirituality and unique artistic talent. For you, you're going to be thinking big and pushing the envelope, stretching the imagination, and you're pushing past your beliefs and your feelings. You're going to have your eyes opened if they're not already open. If your eyes are open, you're going to be staring eye to eye with something. I want to say incredible. I want to say a miracle, because for me personally, my eyes are definitely open. Unless it's a secret enemy, there might be just a lot of exclamations of love. Thank you, love you. And actually, when it comes to the 9th house, it's total optimism. Being excited about love or loving somebody or something or an opportunity. Anyways, the energy is in the air to expand your window on the world, especially where there's already been an ongoing operation already in the works. And all of a sudden, things could come together. Yeah, okay, the heady feeling of suddenly having put it all together can have you wondering now what to do with it, okay? But it's going to take care of itself down the line. And actually, it's going to take care of itself around this full moon. Like I was saying, triple closure and authenticity with the culmination. I mean, you know, being in the 9th house, there's already a culmination. So you've got closure, closure, culmination, culmination, culmination. So for you, Scorpio, this is something pretty big. Excuse me, I'm mixing my words up. It's kind of exciting, actually. For you, look for good news on the legal front, because there's something big that's going to be wrapping up. Okay, a main issue. But don't count your chickens yet, okay? It's easy to overestimate right now, but, you know, like I was saying, main issues can get resolved now as long as all parties are willing to go an extra mile to agree in principle, if not in the details, okay? So I can't tell you if it's at home or if it's at work. Yes, it's in the 9th house, but personally, I guess that depends where your degrees are at and all that. It applies to both. Sagittarius, this is going to be in your 10th house. You're going to have dynamic energy, a hypnotic effect on the public. For you, this may be a perfect time to button down some career matters. Okay, that they've been under development for a while. Is this something that you've been working on, or something that's still up in the air? And although things may be speeding up, accelerated, and at the last minute, you've got some other things coming in that you have to deal with, you're going to get a good picture, a fuller, rosier picture of just exactly where you stand in your profession, what you do, or what people think of you, okay? You may have been wondering where you belong, and you're about to find out, okay? So you've got to promote yourself at this time, and with the full moon, you're going to have extra carrying power, so there's going to be a buzz about you, okay? Broadcast your talents, market yourself. You can sell yourself. Okay, the buzz about you comes in a rising crescendo that peaks now, so start figuring out ways to take it to the bank. People are going to want you. They want you. They want your services. Like, God, she does that? I want her. How can I hire her? Okay? Or figure out that talent, how to charge people for that service, right? Anyways, although you may be tempted to hide away at home, take time out for yourself and go wave your own flag. Go do something. Don't just hole away at home. Go do something that you like doing. And with you, Sag, it's probably something physical. Capricorn, this is going to be in your 11th house. You're going to have strength of purpose, perceptiveness, idealism. For you, it's relaxation and comfort with your surroundings, and the warmth and glow of friendship is really going to be important for you this full moon. If you're willing to disconnect from the daily grind and tap into your personal happy side for just a little while, and enjoy some fine food, pleasant company. You're going to be able to talk story with some good people and sharing your lives and adventures and your, I want to say coincidences, you know, stories you have in common, things you may have done together, or you may find some coincidences, and you could be feeling really happy and full just by going with the flow and just letting it happen, okay, just for a minute, and invite the blessings that surround you despite what's going on in the rigors of existence. And if you want a peak experience, it's coming up, okay, so roll it out and make sure that you tell people that you love how much you love them, okay, especially if they've helped to lift you up, or if they've supported you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, Aquarius is going to be in your 12th house. For you, you're going to have clairvoyance and a gift for touching others' emotions. For you, this full moon might kind of make you feel like you're in between realms, okay, between dream and hallucination. It's going to emphasize the ability to perceive and commune with your inner self in ways that you may have been cut off from, okay? So there's an intensity in the air that breaks internal barriers and allows you to heal wounds now that you're aware of them, now that you're conscious of them. In the more mundane day-to-day things, there's something going on behind the scenes. It's going to be wrapping up. And although you got to keep things on the down low, be careful when you're talking to people, because you might accidentally let the cat out of the bag, you know, unless you're doing it on purpose. I mean, I don't know, you're Aquarius, so there could be, you know, a strategy in that, in letting the cat out of the bag beforehand. But you want to, all in all, avoid confrontations right now, because that could put you at a disadvantage, and be a little more subtle when emotions run high. Chill. Take the chill pill, okay? Don't take the blue pill, take the chill pill, but take the red one. Okay, so Pisces, for you, this is in your first house. You're going to have an intuitive nature, which you already have, and spirituality, which you already have, and unique artistic talent, which you already have. For a day or so, you may find that things are fairly wacky in your surroundings, and one of the causes may be you. The time is right and the pressure is on to bring some critical projects to a conclusion, to put on finishing touches, and to show the world exactly what you're all about. Okay, the emphasis is not so much going to be on what you've done, but rather who you are, and it's the right time to let your personality out of the box and shine. The whole set of circumstances may have you a little giddy and giggling, but that's part of a surrounding picture at the full moon, and this is your time to take a ride on that energy and put your personal mark on what comes of it. All right, guys, so I'm going to see you next week on Monday for the horoscope. Love you guys. Take care.